Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog.
always like a very strange feeling sometimes in like looking at the past, you know, with these models. Because, you know, it's like this one I got like almost a full fucking 2 years ago, I think. Somebody might have a better memory than I do. One of the mods might have like a supremely better memory than I do. But yeah, I think I got this like, I think it debuted in January of 2024, but I'm pretty sure I got it back in like y'all didn't even know it existed. So yeah, timeline moment. I had the old design, which I'm willing to show off because I know some people have never seen it. So, and this one doesn't like have like the best mouth, so you'll have to forgive me. But like back in like November of 2023, none of you knew this was coming. I know that some of you are going to be like, oh, I had a feeling. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Nobody had any idea this was coming. I just had some, like the model literally happened and I started planning this, I think in one form or another back in like late 2022, but I had always intended it to be an evolution on the previous like persona. So that should have been my first indication that this was always coming. And then I realized that like after the model came out, I was like, no, I don't think I want to do that. I think I've made a mistake. And so I found someone on Twitter that was like gonna stop doing commissions and stuff. And so here, I'll like tone off some of the stuff so y'all can see it. I still can see like everything is very stylized. Let me turn off my microphone so I can see this better. There. Yeah, this model has no legs. It was specifically commissioned that way because somebody was like no longer doing model commissions anymore. And this model cost me like 300 bucks. Like just to give y'all like a full on honest idea, this model cost me like $400. Like that was it. Like they were doing half off on all of their commissions. They were taking 2 more. And I was like, hey, would you be willing to do my model? And they were like, sure. And then I found someone in the live 2D like Discord that ended up rigging the model for like $200. So like this model cost me like 500. So yeah, no legs. So yeah, that's an actual thing. That was what it cost. Seems like a lot and not very much. I can tell y'all what the current, well, I guess upcoming model. I feel like I need to move it instead of no longer. Hang on, let's make this fun. Let's make this interesting. Where the fuck am I? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Let's flip this. Fuck, hang on. Rotate 100 degrees. There we go. I'm gonna move her on top of some stuff. Yeah.
Daddy could not give us steppies with this model.
No, I could not, unfortunately. But yeah. This model, only 3 people know the exact number. To give you an idea, this model is in the 3-digit range. That model is in the 4-digit range. So, and I'm not talking about like the lower 4-end range. No. So, no. But that's partly because, you know, when you pay for someone that like does models by this person, keep in mind, I do not recommend doing what I did. As I said numerous times, the only reason I bought that one, I was thinking low 5s. Well, no offense, you're never gonna get me to tell you the exact number. So, because if I do, some of you are gonna look at me. Yeah, that was the point. I did not expect this model to come as early as it did. Like, I know that some of y'all might genuinely be shocked by that, but in case you all don't know, I assumed that because of who Kamo worked with, that they would not be willing to work with me. So, I did not ask her. I was not the one that originally reached out to Kamo to be like, hey, would you like to work with me on my model? That was not my conversation. Someone else did that for me, and they were like, hey, I'll just tell you, it was Set. Set did it. She was like, hey, she really loves your art style. Do you like her model? Do you think you'd be willing to work with her? And she forwarded that email to me, Kamo did, and was like, hey, yeah, I like your model. Would you want to work on it? And I was like, what? And I was like, what? For real? She's like, yeah, can you send me everything? I'll give you a quote on it. And I was like, so that's sort of like, because this was who I wanted to work with. This was like, you know how you get like an artist that's like your crowning jewel of an artist, like there's no one that could do it better kind of thing. You ever have like, those of you that may not be VTubers, I think most of y'all aren't, there may not be everybody like that, but there are some people that kind of find someone that is like the best representation of what they feel like they look like what they feel like their model would be best, because everybody's got their own style and stuff like that. Some people go through numerous models and stuff like that. I think even if I became a bigger VTuber, I would always be a Kamo child, just because there's nobody that could do it better. I like the whole beautiful goth aesthetic. Like, that's not necessarily a surprise to most of you, I'm sure. So there's no real way for me to like need to go any higher than this. So yeah, like some people may have like their like top regular artist, illustrative artist, or something like that. So that was it. As long as they don't leave you, stick with them, parent to the end. That is who Kamo is for me. And I am lucky that both have said, whatever your next step is, let me know when you're ready. That is both Mav and that is Kamo. So I don't need to go anywhere else. I will be riding with them until I have given up on this whole thing. So, but yeah. Saying that, I will never confirm what this model cost me. But no, I will not say if it's in the 5 digits. Some of you can guess, but I will not tell anybody. 3 people know the exact number. And the reason I don't tell you is that some people have the tendency to, how dare I say this? Make judgments, you know, to be as honest as possible. Judgments, like whenever I first showed this model on Twitter, I had a couple of people that were like, oh my God, how much money do you have? And I was like, what a weird question to ask. They were like, yeah, because Kamo's not cheap. So how much money exactly do you have? And I was like, extent of what's involved, the time needed, the expertise. Exactly. This model took me, just on the drawing aspect, it took Kamo's really quickly at what she does. So it took her about 2 months to actually like finish the whole thing. But it took about 4 months to get it rigged. So this took exactly 6 months when the design was actually finished to then go through all of the processes to get to the point where it can be moving and phenomenal. So yeah. How dare you spend money on, you made on something. I don't know. I mean, I don't judge people for that. I get that people are curious, and that's what I told the person. I get that you're curious, but I think this is a strange question to ask people. And they were like, I'm just curious. And I was like, and I get that, but I don't really think that that's any of your business.
How much money do you have? My bank account says $0 now.
Yeah, that's actually not far off. That's not far off right now. Ooh, yeah, don't ask a woman her age, don't ask a man how much he makes, and don't ask a VTuber how much they spend. You are correct. The term is pocket watching. I don't know what that term is. I don't think I've ever heard that, but that's funny. But yeah, this was the first one. I got this. The artist was very nice. It looks very nice. I don't have any qualms with the model, except, you know, the fact that I have 0 legs, which, no big deal. It worked perfectly fine. Numerous clips, you know. Even using this model, I'd like to know, it's for my own budget, if you don't want to share the info, if you have to. I can tell you right now, my first model, I have no qualms explaining what that model cost me, which, in case some of you have never seen it before, I mean, this one. This one right here, I think this one cost me like $8,000 total. This model cost me like $8,000 total, I think, something like that. But that's partially because I paid for a rush fee on the rigging, which never quite panned out the way I hoped. So yeah, that's about what that one cost. So yeah, about $8,000. And I have 3 different outfits, so yeah. I still have it, in case anyone's curious. I never pull this model out. I don't have any personal need to or anything like that, so. That's 8,000, probably lowballed. Oh, I'll tell you, that's the most I will say, is that, yeah, you kinda lowballed there, honey. But yeah, I spent about 8,000. But that's, again, because the rigging that I paid for, I had to pay, it was 3K, and I paid, it was like 2,700, and then I had to pay an additional 1,300-ish to get it rigged in time for what I wanted to debut. And that didn't really work out the way I hoped. So I would say that if you want like a normal good model with one outfit from a good person, probably gonna cost you anywhere between 3 to 6, depending. And make sure that, you know, the person that you have doing it does cutting well. That's my main thing, is more layers are never a bad thing. So I'm 100 on the new model. No. Oh. Hey, I wear pants. What the fuck, man? I wear pants. I wear pants. Fuck you. Y'all, I'm gonna put it this way. It's fun to see y'all guess. And nobody's gotten it yet. That past artists were slacking. Am I gonna keep the old model? That's a very odd question, to be honest. Mostly because, like, trying to sell it to someone, even though everything that I have, like my old design with everything that I have, I probably spent well over $25,000 on everything. Overlay, emotes, art, everything else. But I'll be lucky if I get maybe 3K for everything, even if I sold all of it. Like, you will not get, because most people do not want someone else's design. They want to make their own design. So you have to sell it for like a steep discount. So yeah, that's like the whole problem, is that the odds are like rather negligible. I probably won't get anything close for it. Could I use the money? Sure. But I've thought about it, and the idea of like trying to go out and get all permissions, because I have to ask permission from my rigger and from my model artist if I can sell it to this person, even though the design is mine, because the art is still technically partially theirs as well. So it would be more like a memorabilia thing if someone ever wanted to buy it. But yeah, I have 1 bag of birdseed. Bitch, what the fuck do you think is that gonna buy you? What do you think that is going to buy you? It's not gonna buy you anything. Not gonna buy you anything, bruh. So yeah, this was like the first one that like I ever like had, and I was pretty okay with it. So yeah, I was gone for a minute. He wants, I'm not giving you anything. Shut the fuck up. You guys are so fucking ridiculous right now. Genuinely. Can't you all just like gather yourselves? I have a case of La Croix. That's not gonna buy you anything. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm not feeding you. Do you guys want to see other shit or not? The upside about like the models that I have now is that I was willing to like play around and stuff, because like I had like numerous color variations on this model. Yeah. So you're head patting nothing, but that's cute. So I think if you bought a finished model, the problem is for some people, whenever you, okay, not the right one, but yeah. Okay. Enjoy this one for a second while I finish my thought. The downside is that sometimes when you buy a model, you tend to buy the problems or the past associated with it. So yes, this was my Valentine thing. The model actually is just the head. In case some people have never actually understood how that works. The asset, this is basically an asset. The dress itself is an asset. And the head is my actual model. And you basically just can turn certain layers invisible. And that's how that works. So it's connected. Because the item itself has physics. And the neck is just from my actual model. Like in certain, you can turn certain ways. You can see the gap, see? That's why you gotta be careful, so. You all are seeing the behind the scenes. You can see the gap right there at my neck. Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun way to get like different outfits and stuff. So that's the upside, is that I got very experimental in my whole phase. Before I was more hesitant to, because like with my 3D model, my first design, I had a ton of outfits. But this one, it's way easier to do outfits. Now Carmine just has to like change the color file and then I can do whatever I want with it. So yeah, I think this one had toggles that came with it. Enjoy all the background shit while I do this. Blindfold, yeah. See? There's like stuff you can add on. Those are the expressions and whatnot, so yeah. Boob window? Yes, boob window, yeah. The Suica model had the same thing. It had numerous outfits with it. I think I also had a New Year's outfit, but I don't know if I still own that anywhere. Let's see. The necks looks so stuck in place. Yeah, that's because it is. That's because it is. That's the way the model works. I can show y'all if you think you won't freak out. I'm willing to displace my neck briefly if you guys think it's not gonna freak you the fuck out. I'll show you the way it works. I don't care. I got nothing to lose anymore. All right. Ta-da! Item. Thingy. And then you just attach it. Ta-da! Funny. That's a funny thing. That's spooky. Oh my god. You guys are gonna kill me. Yep, that's how it works. East Asian vampires that are just
Nay,
ads.
any you're giving us head I see.
Oh my god. Lord. Let's see.
Dollar hands are really hot, not going to lie.
You guys are so ridiculous. Oh my god. There. This was my LGBT variation that Carmine made. He just edited my current model to look more LGBT. That's the fun thing with models, is that you can edit the files once you have someone.
Music is a bit loud compared to you BTW.
For y'all, not for me. And nobody else said anything before me, before you, so that's your own damn problem. Y'all gotta say something. RGB neck, kinda, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was just at the top. The thing. Sound is fine. I was gonna say, seems like you're the only one left out there. Fuck wiener, very funny. But yeah. Ta-da. So yeah. Same thing with this model I used specifically because I think it was like last year I got comfortable. I have to go. I love you, honey, no worries. So yeah. I used this one for June last year. I didn't use it this year because I had the Suica model. GSRM neck. Yes, very true, yes. But yeah, it didn't change much. It was just the top. The rest is the same. The hair is technically purple instead of like light blue. So, yeah. That's fine, Carmine. It's fine. Nobody cares anymore. It's all old news. Kinda gay? I hope to shit it's kinda gay. God the fuck, I hope it's kinda gay. Sheesh. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna have to briefly go away a second. I gotta go check what this other one is. That way I don't accidentally show something stupid. Needs to be gayer. Damn, y'all are crazy. Hey, that's cool. Okay. I had multiple Valentine's outfits, as you can see. Multiple Valentine's outfits. This one is also in some of my clips. Multiple. This is the fun part. I can tell you who made all of these outfits. Carmine, can you link Hoshi's name? She's the one that made all of the outfits. So, like, every single outfit that you've ever seen on my channel, it was made by the same person. Just because I've never used anyone else. Because she makes a ton of them. Like, last year, she started making, like, a ton of outfits. So, basically, that was, like, an additional thing that I had Carmine start doing. Was basically just start editing all these outfits. And I think they look adorable. So, yeah. Handle this. Trip down memory lane. I hate you so badly. Auditory processing issues. Bruh. Having to listen to speech as being rivaled by background music is exhausting to me. Clearly, someone does not know how to filter. But yeah. To hear them called outfits because it took you days to realize it wasn't just clothes you could buy. That is true. In all technicality, they fall under live 2D items. Yeah. They fall under like live 2D items. And I had numerous ones. Let's see what else is here. She made all of them. Oh, that was what I had, I think, for... I don't have this outfit on a model, but I also wore this one. So, yeah. Hang on, let me show you. So, yeah. That's how you change it. There you go. It's not hard to change them. That's the fun part about outfits, is that it's not difficult to change them. You just swap them on, swap them off. Ta-da! You wore that for one stream? That's because it was like a New Year's outfit. It's not my fault. I had to do what I had to do. It was New Year's. You were probably asleep. That's why you missed it. But yeah, it's because I ended up using it because I was streaming at like 9 o'clock at night. So, but yeah, that's how you wear most of the outfits. You just attach them at the neck and then it just moves with the model. Depending, you know, if you lay on it correctly. But yeah. So, if only we... yeah, that's basically a good way to put VTubing, is like dress up doll. So. I think you worked on it more than you used it for actual stream.
No nude Nay just swaps the bodies from her victims. Hot.
Oh my god. Yeah, you did. Ah! What did you guys do with my body? You whores! How dare you? Yeah. Yeah, look at that. See? More like Mr. Potato Head with entire body parts? Yes. Well, yeah. I think, let's see, what else do I have? She made a ton of outfits. But yeah. I think that's most of what I did with that one. Did I wear any other ones, Carmine, that you're aware of?
You've heard of the Headless Horseman. Now, get ready for the Horseless Head Nay.
Oh, that one. I wore that one for a while. I wore that at Christmas. Yeah.
Nia swapping out assets like they swap out strap-ons.
Yeah. Ask you, you can see going through your Allen sweats. Yeah.
'Tis only the flame quivering that misguided
why do people come in when I'm naked?
Please avert thine eyes. I will snuff
Hi.
out these ashes for good.
Hi, honey.
Let this be a remembrance of this cold world.
Oh no, ignore my body.
Greetings.
Floating around, doing weird shit.
Traveler from
Hi,
beyond
honey.
the fog.
I'm not naked. Ah!
Ah yes,
not what it
cause
looks
it may
like.
be cold but thighs are eternal.
But it also is. I'd love to say it isn't what it looks like, but it's totally what it looks like. Hi. Hello, Raiders. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. I'm Nanius Helenix, resident Snowfall Witch, bodiless VTuber.
I thought mommy was a
Yeah.
Yukiona, not a
Greetings.
Pinangalan.
Traveler from beyond the fog.
Just showing off some stuff. Nothing to see here. Everything's normal. Ignore the production. Hi, hello Raiders. I'm just showing all the past models because the next time people see me, I will be in that one over here instead. I will be wearing this beautiful one. So I'm just showing chat what we're doing in the meantime before we end up going to like the future. The name of the previous owners of those bodies. What do you mean previous owners? They've always been mine. These are color coded to me, you wiener. Indonesian. You guys are so ridiculous. Shut up. Just go follow Luna instead of making me annoyed. And hello there, Nixev.
Being a new person here, may I tell you a joke I learned?
Sure, go for it. Now yours, maybe there's a past life. They've always been mine. Don't leave it. Lord, pausers. Bro, I'm trying to show y'all fun stuff and y'all are being a bunch of weirdos. That's so crazy. Is there any other outfits, Carmine?
Okay, cool. What is Jesus's favorite band?
I have no idea. I'm pausing at the joke. You're doing great. Okay. 0.5. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I had a New Year's, a number of Christmas outfits, a few Halloween ones. Oh, no. I've heard that joke before to a degree, but yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the joke. Chat, if you would please follow Luna. Luna is someone I met through my current rig artist, Mav. Very sweet person. It's non-negotiable. You have to follow. Go follow her. Wouldn't this be his least favorite? Baron, you guys are so dumb. Shut up. I heard so many variations of that joke. I already follow her. Yeah, but I'm telling my community. So I think that's it. But yeah, I wore this for about a year, I'd say. And then when did the Suica model come out, Carmine? Do you know? Do you have any idea when that model came out? Couldn't have been too long. What was it? Probably like May or something this year. So this may be about like a year and a half, something like that. A year and a couple months at the very least. March. Okay, so then yeah. I wore this about a year and 3 months. Just a bit stinky. Watch your birds are on her. Crazy. So, partner anniversary. Yeah. So, these are all the outfits that I've gone through. As you can see, I wore a number of these specifically to show you all thigh. Because they had no legs, so I had to make sure this time I had thighs on all of them. So, but yeah, that's how the models work. You basically just attach. Ah! So yeah.
What was the Cheapskape's least favorite band? Breaking Benjamin.
So ridiculous. I hate all of you. Okay, let's see. Yeah. 1 minute. I gotta make sure I accidentally don't flip down to the wrong model. You guys don't need to see the wrong model yet. It's not time for that yet. Oh, shit. Let's see. For those of you that have never actually seen the base Suica model, I will show you what it looks like. This is what we got. Like, this was the unedited raw version. This is what Carmine basically ended up getting. And I told him, hey, go edit this for me. And he was like, well, fuck. So yeah, this was the base version that we got to then play around with.
You guys did a great job of customizing the outfit models to fit your colors and theme. They all look so good.
So yeah, this is what we messed with, and then I think this is the right one. Well, yeah, that's because I basically tell him go do this, and he's just like, damn. Oh, this was my attempt to edit it to a degree, to tell him the outfit that I wanted. So yeah, and then we kind of went from there, and he made some adjustments. So, oh fuck. I hate having to flip through all these models, man. Let's see. Hang on. Fuck. Nope, not that one either. Fuck. I got too much shit in my folder. And I gotta make sure I don't accidentally flip to the wrong one, and it's starting to piss me off. Okay. I think this is the right one. All right, here we go. This one you all know. This was like the first one. Yeah. You all should be very familiar with this one. Wore this for a long time. Super pretty. Flip the wrong actual flashbang us. It's more like if I accidentally flipped the wrong one, I would just take down OBS. So no one ever saw shit. I would be like, not allowed. Not allowed. But yeah, I debuted this one in, I think, sometime in like March. So yeah. And this one has 3 different hairstyles. So. And it has a sweater. This one we added a lot to. So yeah. Looks like some of the redeems have been turned off, so I'm gonna have to go do them myself because I'm lazy. I also have a number of other models because I found someone else that did one. So I also ended up adding in this one. I saw this one, I would say, back in like
people don't
April
know, but
or
there's
May.
like 5 different versions of this one, but people never noticed tongue.
So although I had this one with all of the hairstyles and everything, I also ended up grabbing this one just because I like it. Okay, not swapping. Did I? Let's see. People didn't notice there were variants. No, not really. Some people didn't. Which didn't really surprise me. That's just how some people are. Let's see. Okay. I don't know what happened to my Jinx model, so I'll have to go find out. Yes, you guys have never looked that hard at this model. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, here's the whole thing, since apparently no one seems to know. Yes, this one has shoes. For some reason, people thought this one didn't have shoes. It does. This one has shoes. But yeah. This one ended up getting like late day variants because originally it was just blue hair. And then Carmine wanted to go in there and add depth and everything to the hair. So he gave me a version to use and then he went back and edited it so that it was more detailed. And I don't think anyone ever really noticed there was like changes. So, because he really worked on this model. That's the thing, is a lot of people feel like it was just like a very plain one. No, he went in and made a whole bunch of changes. Like the faces changes. Yes, I have snow freckles on my face. The tongue is blue. The original tongue is obviously pink. I have black irises instead of white ones. That kind of stuff. There's a lot of small things that he changed on this. So. The hair originally was just more flat. Like it is kind of in the back. And then he went back and changed it in the front so it looked more like realistic hair. Yes, I have diamond eyes, even though I think the original Suika model has normal irises. He made special ones for this one. Or even like multicolored. There are 3 colors in my eyes, despite people's assumptions that there's only 2. There's 3. So yeah. These are not like mildly worked on models. Quartz? No. Quartz. Shoot. Not today. So yeah. And then, of course, I gave him more work by telling him to go back. I think the eyes took the longest amount of time because I told him that I wanted customized. And he's like, okay, I'll just go borrow from the ones that I made for your design sheet. And I was like, okay. So yeah, and then I told him I wanted short hair too because for some reason, people really absurdly wanted me to have short hair. People asked me if there's like a short hair redeem that I had. And I was like, I can go make one. And it ended up being something that people liked an absurd amount, like way more than I thought they were going to. People really wanted me to have short hair. So, yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the whole reason. I think I had like 3 different people ask me about it. And then I asked him for the ponytail. So, I made him do even more work and said, go give me a ponytail. Just because I don't have hair that I can put in a ponytail. So, I had him go make me a ponytail, which ended up being, I think, the 2nd most popular hairstyle. I think the least popular is my main hair. I think that is the most unredeemed hairstyle, this one. Not a lot of people ever ended up redeeming this hairstyle for some reason. But I think with the maid outfit, which was added onto this week, I think that's Carmine will have to explain to how that one, I don't think it's an official outfit on there. I think he just stitched it really well. That was an option? What do you mean that was an option? Did it always have hair in the front? Yes. Yeah. It's technically considered bangs according to like the file layers. But yeah. Yeah. Glitch too. Yeah, it's because of the way that the layers are built in. Technically, you're not supposed to be able to swap hairstyles with this model, but Carmine and I figured out how to do it. So, yeah. This was supposed to be like a one hairstyle kind of thing, and then I wanted another, so we had to think of like how to make the redeems work together. So that was an issue. VTube Studio doesn't really make it easy unless they're all built on the model as like separate layers or something. But that's not how this is built on this model. So instead, Carmine and I had to like figure out a way to make it work, which was a massive pain in the ass. Yeah, like on my original model, all the hairstyles are different. Like you have to, like they're all like different layers and stuff. They are like built on a quote unquote like plain doll paper model. That's not how this model works. I could show y'all the crack open the back end through the same, yeah, probably. They all had to come up with their own ways of doing it. So, yeah. Her eyes are on her face. You guys are ridiculous. So, yeah. Oh, let's see. I think it'd be a pain in the ass to crack open the back end of this model and show y'all. But I could take a picture at some point and show y'all what it looks like. But yeah. And then I have the maid outfit, which I think is an entirely different outfit. Yeah, this is a pay-to-use model that was edited. Yeah. He didn't make this. And then I think people asked if there was a maid outfit more than once. And I said there wasn't, which made me go digging. And like a bunch of people made assets for the Suika model. A lot of people ended up making assets specifically to work with this model, like outfits, wings, and other stuff. And this was one of the things that they made that I told Carmine to go make. And he was like, oh, fine. So, yeah. When the Suika model came out, a bunch of people made new outfits and stuff because she was somewhat limited in how much she could add on the model. So, people made this one and he loaded into the files. That's all it is, I think it is. And then he edited it. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Unsung hero. I don't think people realize that Carmine has like a ton of shit. And to be honest, full transparency, I didn't ask him to. He just wanted to expand it because Carmine wants to start doing his own commissions. So I've basically been like, I'm paying him. I don't pay him as much as some people probably should because some of this is just him testing. Testing what he can do, testing how it works. So, yeah. Here, damn. Yep, pretty much. Yep. I think he was quite happy to no longer do 3D models. Like, very happy to no longer do 3D models because that was such a huge time sink to, like, open the VC face model editor and all that stuff. So, yeah. I think this is a lot easier to work on from what I remember him saying to me once. So, yeah. Squeak. So, yeah. So yeah, this model, I don't know where the sweater redeem is. For some reason, it's not working, and it makes me annoyed. I don't know what the button is for the sweater, so... 3D model. Yeah, I know. Don't you work with Blender, honey? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see if I can do this. Oh my god. Okay. Nope. Okay, it did it, and then it didn't work. Okay, there we go. And then we had the sweater. People really wanted a sweater. Alt-Shift-T. Well, I figured it out. I finally got my stupid bot to work. So yeah. I'm testing something. I do discounted prices in case I fail or it doesn't look good. Yeah, that's basically what he did. Because Carmine gave me, like I said, one version of the model, and then he went back in and made another version of the model, and he didn't charge me for that one because he didn't have enough time. So yeah, he tends to like, I don't pay as much as he's probably gonna charge other people, just because he's like, I've never done this before. And I was like, well, I can give you money to figure it out. And he was like, okay, sure. So yeah, that's kind of how a number of things ended up working. So yeah, I've had a robust time with dubs and that's one way to put it. And this one also had like a number of outfits, as I'm sure you all know, because this year Hoshi came out with even more outfits. So this model ended up having outfits of its own. So let me, because some of y'all I don't think we're here for that, so let me show y'all. I'm gonna have to flip and find the right one. I think that's the right one. Let's see. Close, but no. Oh, Lord. Paid money. That's a good way to put it, yeah. That's a good way to put it. See, like, this was Halloween. I'm sure you all remember this. This is, again, another outfit that, like, joins at the neck. You can see it. Carmine just colored it so that it was my same skin tone, so that everything looked normal. So yeah. Everybody's like, hmm. So yeah, this was one of those. Another one of those outfits that was like Halloween. I think this one was probably my favorite that I've ever used. To be fair, can't get better without trial and error. Having someone you can turn to and like, man, if I try this, it's got to be helpful. And in turn, that one's my fave. This one's my favorite. So I always enjoyed this one just because I have a thing for like gothic and the whole mesh thing and the legs and whatnot. Very pretty. This one was definitely my favorite. And in case you all curious, just because I feel like people sometimes get the funniest idea, Carmine designs these to a point. I tell him what colors I want. He sends me like a work in progress and I say, you know, I don't like that color. And then he's like, God damn it, give me a better one. And I'm like, no, I gave you colors. Go back and make it look better. So it's not that he just hands it to me and says, I'm gonna do this.
I like both.
It's that I tell him what colors I want. And then if I'm like, no, I don't like that, go back and do it again. And then he's just like, well, fuck. So yeah, because I may not be able to do it, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna take anything. I'm like, motherfucker, I still paid for this. You're still gonna edit it. And so then he's like, I don't know what you want. And I'm like, I don't know how to. So I have had to break out paint and like circle stuff before in case people are curious. I have had to do that because he's like, where do you want it? What color do you want it? And I was like, this one, that color. And he's just like, God. So yeah. Oh, fantastic. Fun process. Yeah, and the worst part is I'll be playing a game and he's like, will you fucking answer? And I'm like, I will when I'm ready. I'm a terrible client. What can I say? I'm a terrible client, okay? As you can see, he's very, very happy with me, clearly. But yeah, very, very happy. I just, you know, I respond when I remember to. A 15-minute process takes 2 hours. When I'm not in a game anymore, I'll answer. Have I had him call me on the phone because he knows my phone number? And he'll be like, will you just fucking reply? And I'm like, brother, please, did you really call me? And he's like, you won't look at Discord. And I'm like, I'm in a game. My bad. He called me once, like super pissed. He was like, I just want to send you this. And I was like, I think I've left at it too long. So yeah, I'm not a great client to work for. Because like, I'll tell you what I want and then I assume that you're going to do it. Game takes, yeah, it's not my fault they take 5 to 7 business days.
He's just drunk from all the work. Don't worry, y'all.
Oh,
he'll
fine.
sober up soon.
He's fine. Let's see. Aha, there we go. There's one. Let's see. Let's take off this. Ah! on! Ah! 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 So funny. Beret and band-aid. There's a lot of items in there. Some of them are built in by default. They're not necessarily mine. There was this outfit, as I'm sure some of you also remember. So. Oh, Lord. I never remember how to do this layering shit. Hang on. Oh, God. How do you do this? The joys of this. The joy. Oh, crap. You have to give me a second. Oh, you gotta give me a minute, brother. I don't know. It was so ridiculous. Oh my God. Y'all need to relax. It's so funny. You messed up the layer when importing. I think it was compared. No shit, honey. You gotta give me a minute. Oh my God. Ain't no way you bitches out here telling me how to fucking do my own model. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Let's see. Damn, ain't no way she's telling me how to do this. Because there's like a new way to like attach stuff to different layers. Monster Musume. You shut the fuck up. You know what? You guys are bastards. Fuck it. I'll do this offline. You know what? Now you don't see shit. Fuck you, you fucking bastards. I hate all of you. Go to hell, assholes. Oh, you guys are so mean. Okay, I'll do this without people watching me. Fuck. Rage. Yeah, you can rage as much as you want. I don't care. Oh, fuck. What's the fucking that? The special head. I'm gonna struggle. Brother! It's not my fault! I just need to figure out how the layers work on this damn fucking shit again. I haven't abandoned you. You guys are just annoying. I didn't go anywhere. You're just annoying. You're a bunch of bastards. Are you happy?
Greetings.
Oh no, why are people following during this? I did not expect other people to find me. Well, hi. Nice to see you. Hi. Nice to see you all. Pleasure. Bastards. You all feel better? You bastards. This seems correct. Shut the fuck up. Why is everybody in my fucking chat being a bunch of jackasses today? I hope all of you go to hell. I want you to know that. I hope all of you gotta go to hell. Whores. All of you. Just whores. Oh my God, I hate this thing. Right? Forget it. I'm already in hell. Mega same, bro. Mega same. Also already in hell. You feel attacked? Only slightly. I need to make this way worse, clearly. Oh, that's right. I ended up having a bikini, didn't I? Oh, I had a summer outfit, didn't I? Shut the fuck up. You guys are dumb. Ah, look. See, I also had a bikini outfit. Look at that. Ah, fun stuff, right? Fun stuff. And yeah, you gotta adjust how everything looks together. Otherwise, it'll look weird. Yeah. It's one of the fun parts about, like, working with models is that you gotta, like, be mindful. Otherwise, stuff will look weird. Yeah. Yeah. Beach episode. Yes, I had a beach episode. Yep. Got a beach outfit. Kind of how it was redeemed. Yeah. And then the problem also became that whenever you, like, unredeemed it, that the model would then go on to do weird stuff. So, yeah. It works whenever you, like, originally attach it, but if you then redeem it in, it was always kind of funky. So, yeah. That's sometimes the difficulties. Outfit, head, bendy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can make and break and not necessarily line up correctly. So, but I don't mind. You know, the whole benefit for me is that it still looks fun. So yeah, I enjoy the whole swapping of outfits because, you know, actual outfits and models and stuff like that are not cheap, for those of you that have no idea. Like, getting individual outfits like this are expensive. That's why doing this can actually be like easier and more fun. See? Ooh. Can be more fun this way. See? Ooh. Fancy. So yeah. Yeah. This is a good, like, alternative to that whole thing. Lets me explore, have new things, but, you know, not have to spend thousands of dollars. Because I feel like that kind of stuff, that's the one downside, in my opinion, to the whole, like, lack of transparency in VTubing. Because people can ask, like, smaller VTubers, oh, when are you going to get a new outfit? And it's like, do you have any idea how much these cost? To, like, have them, like, have toggles and everything like that? Like, that's an additional, like, because it is usually building up, but you then have to go get it re-rigged. So it can cost anywhere between an additional 3 to, I don't know, depending on how your model is. I would say it's, you know, it's not going to cost the same as like a full model, but it is still going to be expensive. So, yeah. I'm hoping to do like 1 outfit a year is what my hopes are. So, yeah. Yep. So, each outfit, we had that one. What else did we have? I had so many outfits at this point, it's funny to me. Let's see. Oh, then we had the ghost outfit. We had this Santa outfit. I'm sure you all remember this one. No, we had this. Ta-da. Also, another fun one. I loved the lights on this. Very cute. Very adorable. As you can see, I've had a lot of outfits. But when you're gonna spend, you don't have on a green hat and a... It would be nice if it only cost $700. To put it mildly, it would cost more... It would probably cost me at least... a few thousand just to get it rigged, not even drawn. But, you know, you're supposed to pay your artist fairly, so that's how it goes. That's why people don't get the lights are blinking. Yes, somebody noticed. Yes, they do. They come on and off. Yeah, they are light up. That's the benefit of getting people that work on Live 2D to do the outfits. They can do all these sort of like fancy things, and some people don't always notice the details. But yeah, there's that outfit. We just recently had this outfit, so this one shouldn't be too far in people's memory. We had this one. Ooh. Yep. Just literally got done wearing this just a couple weeks ago. Fun stuff. Hi, Niff. Hi, honey. So, yeah. I remember that one. Artist wasn't a fan of tipping. 500 liters of beer at Oktoberfest. So, yeah. There was actually 3 different outfits this year that Hoshi made for Halloween, but Carmine was like, no, I won't do 3. And I was like, fine. He's like, I got too much other shit to work on. And I was like, fine. So I got 2 instead. You think I'm spooky now? Just wait, bitch. Just wait. But yeah. This one. What else we got in here? That might be most of them. Alright, seems that is most of them. That's all the outfits. Yeah, you can see that I have gone way above and beyond with these models. That's the whole fun thing. I like the customization. So in case you all see that with the new model, I'm not necessarily afraid to do that because I enjoy it. I enjoy like having fun with all the different models and all the different like places that I've gone. I like customization. I like doing it. I know that they may not be what people want because they don't have the same movement, but to be honest, I'm gonna do what I want like I've always done. you know, I got this design because I did what I want, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. So in case you see new outfits on the new model, that's what I want to do. I like the customization. I like giving variety for people. Yeah. So yeah, and don't worry, they probably won't be until like at least Valentine's Day, just because I know people want to see the entire new model and have it all and fun stuff. Doesn't need tons of, yeah, it's not like I'm gonna wear it forever. It's just, you know, as a fun holiday thing. There's only so many holidays in the year, so I like to have fun. So that's always been my thing. Am I feeling nostalgic of letting it go? I don't know. I thought I was gonna feel more nostalgic from my first design, but I think that one I was kind of happy to kind of put back in a box. So I think in some ways, as long as people are accepting of the fact that I'm still gonna swap the outfits whenever I want to, I don't think I have to feel a ton of nostalgia. I think if anything, if people want me to break it back out, it's not like I'm unhappy to. I think VTubing is supposed to be fun. I don't think it has to be something specific. You know? I think I used to believe that people had expectations, and now I'm like, if you don't want to see the model that I'm wearing, then come back later. Maybe it'll swap again. So I don't think I have to. I think someone will probably end up one day redeeming this, and I think I'm gonna laugh my ass off, because I think probably next year I'll put them back in rotation and let people redeem them if they want to. It's not gonna bother me any. It'll be fun to see people struggle and see what ends up coming out and what people want to see. So yeah, that's more than anything, is that all these versions have been me. So I don't think for me it's necessarily a nostalgia.
'Tis only the flame quivering at misguided ash. Please avert thine eyes. I will snuff out these ashes for good. Let this be a remembrance of this cold world.
Greetings.
Hello, Raiders!
Traveler
Hi, I'm
from
Nania
beyond the
Selenix,
fog.
resident Snowfall Witch Yukiona VTuber and variety streamer. Hello there, welcome in
Greetings.
everyone. You all came at a very
Traveler
interesting
from beyond
time.
the fog.
I am currently having a small trip through memory lane, because in less than a week, I will be debuting the model right here. It will be brought to life fully. It is fully done. I am ready to show it off. If you would like to see the trailer, you are welcome to see it. All you have to do is hit _debut. So yeah,
Greetings.
I'm just showing my chat everything that
Traveler
I've done up to this
From
point in the
beyond
last
the fog.
little under, just slightly, just ever so slightly, 2 years. I originally showed off this design in January of 2024. So yeah, if you'd like to join us to inevitably greet the future, we'd love to have you. But if you have somewhere else to be, you're welcome to find another channel and entertain yourself whatever way makes you most happy. Hi, Sai. How was your stream, sweetie? The highlight looks great, doesn't it? Thank you. Y'all missed that I was a floating head. I don't know. Maybe people didn't want that. Let's see. What were you doing, dear? I didn't even notice. Science and technology. Were you doing more paper reviews? Chat, this is Sai today. They ended up doing, the first time I met Sai, they were doing like paper reviews. I thought it was so funny. So yes, I met you through, I'm fairly certain it was Teo. Yeah, reading a paper. So yeah, if that's something that interests you, Sai is a great VTuber to follow. And thank you, Ardo. Thank you, honey, for the 10 gift subs. So yes, if any of you here would like to come back on next Saturday, I will be debuting the new model. But if you have somewhere else to be, I hope your next stream with Sai goes fantastically. But my chat, this is Sai. They read a lot of papers. I think that's fun to watch people dissect papers and get their own interpretation on it. So yeah. Now I'm going to get clipped by big VTuber channels. I don't think so personally, but I'm okay if I don't. I think for me, I've gotten to become more comfortable with this journey because I get to be the version of me that feels the most correct. And I think that's more important to me. Would I like to be more popular? Sure,
Do what
but it's
makes
not like
us
I
happy.
can-
Guess I'll stay right here.
So, you know, I guess that's really the best that sometimes happens, you know? And yeah, newspapers. Papers like scientific papers, scientific research papers, stuff like that. So if that's something to you, then release.
Greetings.
I encourage you.
Traveler
Dare I say I demand
from
that you
beyond
follow
the
Sai if
fog.
that's something of interest to you. But from your community, I hope you all have a good one. I thank some of you for following, like Oriana Aura, Alpha Roz, I think, Blarg, nice name, very funny actually, and Mario. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, those of you. So hello, dear. Hello there. How are you? Are you feeling better? I've seen your Twitter over the last couple of weeks. Are you all right? Are you doing better? You don't have to answer in detail. Being popular is a double-edged sword. You lose interactions with people when you get really big. Anyway, I hope the journey goes well for you. I think that is true, but I don't think I need to be that big. I've had 1,000, not 1,000. I've had over 120 people in my chat before, and I keep up with things pretty well now. So it wouldn't really be a big thing if I like doubled or tripled in size, really. Because we focus on having discussions in this chat, so I think that that's sort of what to do. Do I miss a message? Sure, but I'd say out of every 1,000, I miss maybe 3 or 4. Good boy. Good boy, sweetie. I hope you sleep well. Good night. So yeah. I get that. I think it's still, I would prefer if someone wants to be big, that they get to be big. I think that's more important, is whatever someone wants for themselves, that they get that. 18-foot Nary? You really want me at 18 feet leaning over you? You guys are gonna be like a speck of dust at my feet. So yeah. Chat. Follow. Follow Sai. Sai, honey, if you need to go, by the way, don't feel like you have to hang around. Completely okay if you need to move on. And I appreciate a ton for you bringing your community. You know? Quite a nostalgic day to have people here. Have new people meet me as I inevitably transition into my better form. Gonna lurk. Enjoy dinner, honey. Like Nora's plan to be rich to stream. I'm just gonna have fun with that. I think. Hi, mommy. Hi, honey. Hi, sweetie. Can I help you with something? So, yeah. I got it. I do think that's that is something interesting though, because I saw that mentioned on Twitter probably just like maybe 2 days ago. People were talking about how they inevitably hate when their streamer gets bigger because they don't feel like they can inevitably connect with them the same way anymore. And I get that, but I'm like, there's still other ways to connect with the people that you like. Like my DMs are open. I think I'm one of the only VTubers I know of. I think I only know of like 1 or 2 others that have open DMs for the most part. So it's like you can still connect with them. Just because you don't get your like message immediately answered doesn't mean that they don't care about you. You know? But I get why people want that connection. You know? But even then, in some chats, you have to be careful about so many opinions stacking on each other. Yeah, but that's scary. I'm not saying you have to. But yeah, you can talk to them in their Discord. I'm not talking about like big, but it's weird how even when I had like after I got partner and I was streaming to like 100 people, I think like 50% of my audience just disappeared within like 3 days. So. And everybody had the same thing, is that, oh, you're big now, so you can't talk to me. And in reality, when that many people leave, you're right back where you started. I do think that some of it, and that's not, it's not, I don't mean this to be offensive, but I do think that some people are like, oh, well, you can't pay attention to me anymore. But when you leave, your comments and stuff right away. You say that. I think DMs are quite private and people are somewhat scared by it. Some streamers don't establish as much connections. But I think mentioning DMs is a good one. I have them open. I mean, I tell people the same thing. That if you come here and, you know, if you're acting weird in my DM, I'm not shy to tell you, hey, no, we're not going to do that. But I think that's because even when people come here and they're weird and I tell people, no, we're not going to do that. I'm not scared of that anymore. I've been around long enough that if people are weird, I'm just like, people say, I was there flex. That's a weird flex, yeah. Congrats on the new model. Thank you. Hi. Very odd flex, but yeah, I'm not afraid to tell people, and that's why I feel. Everybody's saying it weird flex, but okay. I don't know. It's like, it's not like people were like, people like having that importance feeling, but that's what I'm saying is like, it is strange to me that people feel like they need it. And I'm talking purely from someone that's been on both sides of watching people get bigger. I don't know. I want people to accomplish what they want. It's not necessarily a big thing to me if people read my exact message. Yeah, I'm not gonna be shy. If you're gonna be weird, I'm not hesitating. Just don't pay people attention. Sure, but I mean, like, no offense. I'm sure you guys have been in some bigger chats. Messages don't always go as fast as you think it does, but for some reason, people see big number and think, oh, they're not gonna read it anyway. I can tell you right now, unless they're talking in something super engaging, most people are probably just listening anyway. So, like, some of my most, like, avidly discussed streams were smaller streams, like when we were playing Wonder Stop. Not a lot of people were talking, but we had a lot of messages being sent, and I was able to engage with all of you, so amount of people does not necessarily reflect level or speed of discussion. So I think people tend to weirdly conflate the two. Can they match? Sure, but like they don't always. And I would especially say here, they don't always. I don't know. But yeah, I don't mind if people DM me. I watched a number of streamers. Ooh, my OBS is not rolling hand. Grow larger than when I found them. It does a little sad. They seem more distant, and most of all, I recognize the names, and when people have grown up. Overall, still amazing to see the people I succeed grow. You can't be weird here. You can only have to be clean. You have to get choked. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. Yeah, like I admire and I feel bad that some people are like, oh, I get them. But I think the reason that people tend to grow inevitably distant is because some people getting this perspective from a streamer is quite comforting. I hope so. I know that I might be a bit new to quite a few of you. No one comes to this stream, but then when people do, I'm like, do not perceive me. It does get to be difficult. But I think that for some, I don't mind if people like come here and they want to get connection and stuff. I don't mind. But I think that people tend to make assumptions about streamers before they're actively in there. And I think that some of the reasons that some people might inevitably be pulling back is because even when I was smaller, I had some strange people in my streams. Like strange people. But nowadays, if you come in and be weird, I'm just going to make content out of you and I'm going to mock you and then I'm going to ban you and then me and my chat are going to laugh and continue on like we were. So,
greetings.
Doesn't bother me. If you come in and act like a normal human being, or even if you act weird, that got me the follow. Thank you very much for the follow, Shinsta. And Abstruse Enigma. Hi, honey. Work schedules have messed with me and my ability to join in on streams compared to when I first found them. Sure. But that's the reason that VODs exist. I get that some people want to watch them when they're live, but still, I think if you want to engage and you want to catch up, there's plenty of ways to do that. I mean, there's someone in my community right now that's watched every single one of my VODs. And like, no offense, I'm not telling you have to. I'm not telling you that I expect you to. But the people that do, like, holy shit. That's real homie shit right there. I don't think less of people that don't, but if you do all that, that is a whole lot of shit. That's some over-the-top love right there. So, what did you say? It's happened before and we'll laugh at those people again. If you come in, I give everyone 2 chances. If you come in and be weird and I'm like, no, we're not going to do that, and you're still weird, then I'm going to ban you. Am I going to ban you on the first time that you're being weird? Unless you come in and say something absolutely like, that's what you want to say, I tend to give people more than 1 chance. Just because I'm assuming they don't know the vibe yet, so then I'm happy to correct them. And my chat doesn't necessarily think it's disruptive. Yeah. The dichotomy of being an introverted streamer. Hi, Onichi. Hi, honey. There's a lack of interaction. I'm not saying you have to. As I said, I'm not telling people you have to. I'm not telling you you need to. Didn't that one day of being like, let me just say something? That's what I think is so funny when people use their ban appeals to be like, no. Let me just
I still
set the
remember
record
that
straight.
chatter that asked in your DMs if you have adult videos out on the internet.
Oh, what a question, too. What a question. What a question. Yes, I have had someone DM me and ask me, have you starred in adult videos? And are they out on the internet? And I was like, little homie, I don't think you understand how to interact with women on the internet. Maybe you need to like take a step back. And he was like, well, I just thought it was okay to ask. And I was like, nah, I don't think that's really good. That's messed up. I've had all kinds of questions. The weird part is that I have a higher tolerance for some shit because I'm just like, bruh. I was like, homie, because I straight up said, dear, I think that you need to figure out how to talk to women on the internet because that's like not really it. And he was like, I thought it was okay to ask. And I was like, nah, it's not. It's not really the way people talk to other people. So, yeah. And he was like, I'm sorry. Okay, is it because I'm underage? And I was like, no, but it is now. I was like, it is now. That's different. I was like, I think you need to stop talking to me. Woo! Oh, it's funny how if you just let people talk, they will. Yeah, he was like 17. Yeah. I don't mind if underage people in my Discord, but if you're gonna ask me weird questions, I'm gonna be like, maybe you need to leave. Maybe you need to leave. Maybe you should bounce. But yeah, if you let people ramble, they tend to rat themselves out in some way or another. Get a life response. It's funny. Literally, I tell people maybe you need to figure out how to talk to ladies. Adult video which talks about real adult stuff. File taxes. Oh, an 11-year-old in my chat trying to figure out why I do what I do. That's still one of the funniest things to me is even though some of y'all are well above age, the fact that I still have people come in here and be like, what did you just say? And I'm just like, come on, you're not new. You know better. At this point, you are aware of what kind of person I am. And in case anyone's curious, no, the new model is not going to change my content. It's going to stay the same, except I'm going to be hotter when I fuck with you. That's it. That's the only thing that's going to change. Freudian slip got to be one of my favorite things to see happening. Wait, it's true. I'm not going to change anything. Wow. For some reason, people get this weird idea that like changing your model means you're going to change who you are and how you're being. No. If anything, I'm going to more likely embrace the things that I enjoy. There's going to be like, probably like more tarot streams, more stuff like that. Posted weird stuff and I got a what did you say from Nay. Clear facial expressions. Oh, you want to see my disdain? Cringe. You want to see my disdain and like full cringe. Damn, that's crazy. New model is exciting. It is! Less than a week left now. Less than a week left. Hi, Soggy. Hi, honey. I love you. You're not gonna Chris. What the fuck do you mean? Christian Rock VTuber. Freudian slip is when someone's talking real their head inside, usually secrets. Dude, people tend to do that. And especially when they're in someone's DMs. It's like for some reason they feel like they can get more familiar, even though inevitably they should be like 5 steps back. But I let people ramble. I have had people roll. Okay, just to give you an idea of some of the stuff that I mentioned some of it before. I've had people role play a relationship with me in my DMs. I've had people ask me if I've been in adult videos in my DMs. I've had people like tell me their life sob story in DMs. I've had someone tell me that they were in the middle of SH in my DMs, and I'm just like, what is it with like the shit y'all are coming at me with? Like, what? Yeah. Same times when they get a chance to people to speak, crazy things will happen. And despite all of that, I know a few of my mods have been like, close your DMs. And I'm like, no, I have numerous people DM me. Getting one weirdo is not necessarily going to perturb me. No offense. I've been in the scene. You kind of get some people, you know, that's one of the upsides about being in, you know, having been a former professional dominatrix. People can get overly familiar very quickly. So I feel like I have a higher bar for that kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me the same way that I feel like it might bother the average VTuber. Does that mean I'm going to let you say whatever to me? No, it just means that I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to be like, let's not fucking do this. How about you just like go back, I don't know, whack it off, jerk it off, do whatever you got to do. And then you come back after you've gotten this out of your systems. And then they're like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, let's just pretend this didn't happen. Maybe you just like not talk to me about this. I don't really know. I want to be your e-girlfriend or whatever, or listen to the fact that you went on a bad date and now you feel like everything sucks in life. I can feel bad, but that's about all I can say. Dickhood randos. Wash your hands with holy water. Brother. There's a lot I can learn. There's a lot. If you just like try to like turn off your part of your brain. I have 8 ads. Holy shit. Correct response though, I respect that. Literally, most people you just tell them, you know, like let the post-nut clarity wash over you and then come back. Like, I feel you, homie. You'll be good. But like post-nut clarity wash over you, then come back. And even then, sometimes I just stop responding.
I am thou.
Yeah.
Thou art I.
Thank you for the 5 gift subs, honey. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you manage to get one, make sure that you think Vivian. So yeah. I don't really have a lot else to mention, I guess. If people have a question or something, I can.
Client, I think I'm in love with you. Welp, you are no longer a client.
Can't have post-nut clarity without pre-nut calamity. That's legit, though. That is literally, that's a little bit too spot on. That's crazy. Oh. Enjoy your emotes, honey. There's gonna be new ones, as you all know. Put that shit on a fortune cookie, brother. So, I think in a lot of ways, just ready. Part of me feels nervous about it, but I think that's just in general. About it, because, you know, you want to make sure that people get the right idea about you, because there's going to be a lot of new people, and you want to make sure that people get the right idea about you. And those of you that have been in my chat before, you know that as is, people come in and they hear me saying all this crap, like, fuck you, fuck your mom, fuck your homie, I'm gonna fuck you, bend over. And, you know, they get an idea of that's all you are. But I don't want them to come in and get this idea that I'm like, no offense, all put to... Yeah. I mentioned a few times, I'll say it again, people need to recall that there's a person. It's not an AI, it's not Grok, it's a living person. Yeah, but I understand that whole need for connection thing. It also extends in the way that people DM you and the people interact with you in Discord. People want to be accepted as they are. And would say, and I'm sure numerous, if not most of my chat would say the same thing. We want to accept you as you are, but at the same time, there is a limit on the way that you can just talk to people. So we accept you, but at the same time, you need to be careful about like being, you know, overly uncomfortable to other people. You know, I think there's a way to say that, you know, you're not having a good day without being overly detailed about it, you know? So I definitely think we accept you, not your actions. Kind of, I would say, kind of. Yeah, be a weirdo, not a creep. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Be a weirdo, not a creep.
She yells at chat. She must be my future wife.
Hey, if you want to wear my merch and tell people this is my waifu, you can do that. I'm cool with that. I'm not going to be there to correct you. If that's what you want to think at night when you snuggle that merch, you know, whatever feels right for you. You might be a little bit, you know, you might be judged a little less, if anything. People might judge you. Does gifted subs mean that we're gifting subs today? Yes. Yes, it does. It means exactly what you think it does. And I appreciate you. I am in dire need of having more subs lately. Sorely mistaken. Have many dimensions. Most people have many selves and no one knows someone fully. Does that mean you can assume yelling means that this harass is... Yeah, I would think that's a good way to put it. I think you would fit in well here. Because yeah, but I try to accept people as they are. There's going to be some things that people like, some things that people don't like. There's going to be some days where we're like super deep and like super kami oshi waifu nania selenix on twitch.tv. Get it right. Put some respect on my titties. Damn straight. Oh. Hope one no one ever gifts doms because I am the only one. You welcome me. Deep conversations are what I love. We have an abundance of here, and I think that's the thing that's hard to like really capture in a short or in a clip or something like that, because we have an abundance of them here. But if you come in on a random day at a random moment, you're gonna be thinking, what the fuck did this weird bitch just say? And then in 2 minutes later, someone's gonna bring up something and we're gonna make an entire conversation out of it. Like we were talking about the morality of like assassins because we were playing Dispatch yesterday, and then like 2 minutes later we were making fun of, I don't know, I think it was like the way fucking Phenomena my man was talking. So like, that's the thing, is that you ping pong really well and stuff like this. So, but that's, I think, lends to the way that people are, you know, in the kind of company that you have. Someone that can go from having a serious moment to a serious, like, funny moment. That's the real shit. Because you know that life isn't just on one continuum of certain emotion or certain presentation. If you feel the need to present something, then I feel bad. And I want people here to feel like they can just be and not have to wear a mask. Because I sure as shit ain't wearing nothing. Y'all know of, anyway. Have I occasionally streamed topless? Yes, I have. Will you ever know it? No. Am I that slim IRL? I look more like a Tim Burton character. So, I guess that's one way to put it. You know? The only, like, I have no real upper body strength. Unfortunately, I do kickboxing.
We can joke about
so
envisages to how damaging fake doms are to the kink
my legs
community.
Are slightly on the beefier side. I look kind of weird. It's like a, you know, it's like a half-filled thing of toothpaste, except lanky at the same time. Dating each other. I mean, if y'all want to start hooking up, I don't care. All I ask is that you clean up your fucking mess, okay? I don't give a shit what you do. So. Also, I just realized your name is Anal Bifida. The Pixar mom build? Whoa, my legs aren't that bad. My legs aren't that bad, bro. Jesus. I don't have giant thighs. It's just my calves are really big. Very nice. Isn't that how more mods are made? Oh, God. Sure, yeah. I thought I just threw a nugget into the crowd and told him, another hand touches the nugget. And congrats, you're now a mod.
Taking the time to
that was how it worked here. Isn't that how all of my mods were made? I'm pretty sure that's how I got my mods. I threw out a nugget in there, and then I'm like, congrats, you're a mod now. And they were like, shit, fuck. And I was like, yeah, now you're being put to work. Oh, my laugh is great. Some people like my laugh. Some people borderline find it weird. That's after they get the nugget. They get the nugget and then they're shoved in the basement. So, yeah. You guys keep wanting nuggets. Now do you want them? You could be made into mods and abused more thoroughly than ever. Butt chug tea.
Greetings.
Hello, Chad Keith. Hi, honey.
Traveler
Mods reproduce
from
via
beyond
budding?
the fog.
I feel bad for whichever mod came off Tanu's ass cheeks. Did we just like scrape off a mole and it just became sentient or what? So yeah. Did you not take biology? Did you not take, you don't know what budding is? Did you not take biology? I got a D in biology, but even I know what that is. Oh Lord. You know what, chat? Why don't you guys give him like a meme explanation? My laugh sounds like a car starting up. I might not know that English word. He learned bio in French. Oh God, that's probably true. That's fair. Lord. Damn. Carmen, Google is free. Google is free. So. I don't have much else to say, but I do think I'm gonna take like a minute to... Is when a small mod comes out of the armpit of another mod. That's disgusting. I laugh by exhaling outside of my nose. That doesn't sound so bad though. Ugh. That doesn't sound so bad. Budding is basically when something grows like... Oh, okay, he got it. We good. Okay, I was gonna start doing it. It's like a clone coming out of your body. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay. I have run out of things to say to the new people that are here. I will be gone for the week. I will be back Saturday, and everything for the most part will be changed. So I hope that you all enjoy it. Some stuff will be changed to an extent. Some stuff won't be changed a ton. But,
It makes sense. We mods reproduce asexually.
No bitches? Thank you for confirming you get no bitches. Oh. fantastic. I will be gone the majority of the week. I will be in the Discord if you would like to join. The Discord VC is a very common place for people to be found. I am sometimes in there. I would say I'm probably in there almost every day. So if you would like to join, we would love to have you. As I've said, I will be back at 3 p.m. EST on Saturday. But in the meantime, check out my Twitter. It will have information about the Donathon. It will have a loose schedule of like times that I will be there, what the days preceding the Donathon and everything will look like, just because as long as the Donathon is running, for the most part, I'll be streaming almost every day. But I'll have more information about that. Sometimes we sit in silence as a family. You guys know how to shut the fuck up. Yeah, you don't have to speak. You can text. You can use the TTS if you want to. We're watching Welcome to Derry in about 5 hours. We're on episode 6. So welcome to Derry. Love the show. It's been fun to watch. My community's been watching with me. We'll be watching anime again starting at the new year. But all of that aside, I want to take a few minutes really quickly. I know that I mentioned yesterday that this entire near 2 years has been like a prologue. And for some people that probably didn't make sense. So, but like a prologue is sort of like a pre-word before the actual journey starts. And I think that as long as it's taken, 2 years may be a pretty long prologue. But I have to say that everything that I've done has sort of manifested into this entire story of my life. And I do think that there has definitely been a part of me that existed before VTubing. But I would definitely say that the most that I've been able to really feel about my actual self has manifested through VTubing. I have been able to be more of myself through you guys, through the way that you all have accepted me, the way that I have accepted you all in turn. And it is because of you all that I was even able to get this. Literally, I don't think that you all understand. When you all have been watching the ASMRs that I used to do, you all donated all of the gift subs. All of that money went into this model. I literally have maybe about $400 in my account right now. And you may be thinking, damn, Nay, what the fuck happened? I manifested my dream. It was it. I get that to some of y'all that might not be a big deal, but back at the end of 2023, I wasn't happy, and it was either that I changed and I started a new journey, or I gave up. And instead, I decided that the best that I could do was to give it one more chance. And it's paid off in a phenomenal way. I think people can tell that I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm more sure of myself in ways than I've ever been. I've met people that are cornerstones now of my community. I think you all are as identifiable with my community as I am. And I think that that's quite something. If you want to feel like you've gotten a place to be seen, to feel relevant, here, let this be your home. I welcome you. This community welcomes you. As long as I am here, I want you all to feel comfortable being as dumb, cringe, weird, serious, and otherwise as you are. You all let me be myself, even though it meant I had to give up everything that I had spent up to that point on the previous model, and now I did it again. And if you ask me, would I do it all over again? Yes, absolutely. Only through making mistakes was I able to realize that I had made a mistake and that it was okay to risk it all for myself. I want you all to take that lesson, if nothing else. You are the best thing that you could risk yourself on. Sometimes you need a chance to bet your potential. Your journey is going to be great. You push through identity process. I wish you the best. I wish you the best too, dear. I hope you come back. You seem like you'd fit in with us. But even if you don't, even if this is the last time I ever see some of y'all, I hope that you all take a sign from all of this that you are the best thing that you could invest in. Whatever decisions that you make, remember, as long as you're still alive, you have chances to make new choices, make new decisions, pick new paths, discover new potentials about yourself. You don't owe anything to anyone but you. And I'm lucky that you all wanted me as I was, not as I thought I had to be. And I hope that in less than a week, you all can see what that's really, really meant. I get that to y'all, it might not be a big thing, but I put a lot in this. I've picked people that I thought would help me present myself in a way that makes me feel the most memorable. I'll be sure to attend. I'll be streaming a long time. We're in the Discord as well. I have people that are in Australia, so I totally get it. It's been nice to meet you, even if I never see you again, dear, and I hope that you have a fantastic one. So, I have nothing else to say to you all, except that as I turn this page to start chapter 1 officially, that I couldn't be happier that I have you all with me. I may be the one writing it, but you all are the ones I'm writing it for. So, with that said, let's find someone to end this with, shall we? I'm sorry if today wasn't very long. I knew that it wouldn't be. Part of today was just about remembering everything that I've done with you all the choices I got to make and feel comfortable making, all the ways that I got to have fun, tinker, explore, be myself, all of that. So, you all allow me to be whatever I want to be. And I want you all to be whatever you want to be. I don't want you to be anything else. No matter what you think. I'm saying it right here. Be you. Maybe don't be that weird. Don't sniff random things you find on the road. But other than that, be yourself. Okay? That is all that I have for you all today. Let's see. Thank you for providing us a place to be. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you for coming back. We are going to raid a friend of mine that is playing probably one of the best games that has come out of this year. Very big game on this channel when we were playing it. Currently, Franya is playing Claire Obscure. And, you know, if you look closely, maybe you'll find its influences in Chapter 1. If you want to commit tax fraud, I've got nothing to do with that. You're going to go to jail, so you won't be able to come back. But, you know, make wise choices. I will see you all in less than a week, 3 p.m. Saturday. And I hope you all have a good one. If you're here and you have not followed, consider doing that. You will not want to miss what I've been doing. And if I don't see you again, I hope that you all have the kindest of days. You all deserve nothing less. I know that every day that you have going forward may not be your best, but I still wish the best for you. Because you all have been kind to me when I needed it the most. And I want that for you all as well. I want you all to have good days. There may be hard ones. There may be days where you have regrets. Days that you feel you made a mistake. But as long as you keep taking another step forward, you can eventually get right where you want to be. There may be setbacks, and some of them will be hard. But you can still do it. I believe in you. And I might even know you that well. So if I, a complete stranger in some ways, can believe in you, you don't really have an excuse, do you? Okay? Invest in yourself. The way you've invested in me. And I'll be here for you in the in-between moments that life was a little too hard. And together, we'll make it one more day. And now in less than a week, to the future, I say thank you. I see you all soon. Yes, I'm about to cry, and no, you don't get to see it because I'm going to leave you right now and I'm going to go cry off screen. You can have my middle finger. You can't see it, but it's right there. Bye!